We finally get to the Panama video. Actually, we're in Panama for 2.5 months. And we got there at Christmas, so what did we do? What do you do at Christmas? You go shopping. Nice thing is, they got a beautiful subway system there in Panama City, and it's cheap. It's 73 cents for both of us to go on it for about 20 minutes to get to this gigantor mall. We never saw all of it. We were in that thing 2 or 3 times.
What is that about?
You gotta get off the subway, and then there's a bit of a hike to actually get into the mall. And this is us trying to find our path to the mall.
Yeah, I did. It's only a minute long.
Once you're out of the subway, you walk across the pedestrian bridge, which takes you into, first, the central bus terminal. And this is where you would catch a bus. If you wanted to go anywhere else in Panama, you can probably get a bus to go there. It is the loudest place ever. There's people yelling. There's tons of engines roaring and warming up and just running to keep the AC going.
Look at all the taxis. Wow.
The malls are huge. I mean, they're just gigantic. There are 3 malls that we know of, and one is kind of high-end, hoity-toity, and the other one is just for everybody else. This thing is so huge, they don't really have sections, they have animal sections, and if you want to find out where a store is, you go to that animal section. And as you can see, they're kind of fun. So we've got the dinosaur section. We got the hippopotamus, we've got the King Kong section, we've got the rhino, we've got the dolphin, it's all over the place. Because we were not feeling well most of the time we were in Panama, and if you know me, you know why. You've heard the stories, but we did decide early in our journey to take a hop-on, hop-off tour. This was Christmas time. It was way too busy.
Okay, my dear passengers, at this moment we're traveling along Balboa Avenue. In a few minutes, you're going to see the monuments to the street de Vasco Núñez de Balboa, who discovered the South Sea in 1513, now at the Pacific Ocean. And the monument is on the left. Del lado izquierdo pueden ver este monumento dedicado a Vasco Núñez de Balboa, quien fue el que descubrió el Mar del Sur en 1513, lo que ahora conocemos como Océano Pacífico. Por esta razón a esta avenida se le da el nombre de Avenida Balboa.
And here you see the traffic starting to really bottleneck.
Downtown traffic on Christmas Eve.
Okay, in the indigenous Novi language, Ubarraga Tigui means the refuge for Raka, who in the Guerreras province faced Spanish conquistador for 5 years then.
So we're kind of heading into the Old Town area, or we've been in the Old Town area. It's Christmas Eve, there's people everywhere. Lots of traffic.
Traffic was moving so slowly, there's people in the road selling drinks and fruits and stuff.
It's a real Panama back in there.
Because we were traveling around by bus, we got to see part of the real Panama where real Panamanians live and not all the wealthy people living in the high rises like where we were staying.
And traffic. Lots and lots of traffic.
Case in point, the condition of these buildings was just terribly sad. While we were on this hop-on, hop-off tour, it was sweltering hot. The bus was hardly ever moving, so we were really happy to get onto the Centera Costera number 3, which is a loop that goes around Old Town and the main downtown Mirabella area. And we got to actually move pretty quick, so the wind was very welcoming. We were supposed to stay in the apartment underneath that one that caught on fire. We were so excited. It's like a quarter view overlooking the major park right there. And unfortunately, they canceled 48 hours before we got there because of this fire. And we ended up staying in a crack of this building here.
It's too busy out here because it's 9 o'clock and the sun is up high. So it's pretty warm.
A nice park out there, and we're able to go out and walk
So you need your noise canceling headphones.
every day. Big wide
Down there
walking
is-
paths, lots of trees, lots of humidity.
That's my bridge I crossed.
And in the mornings, it was nice because I could go out and watch the pelicans and the other small birds hunt right there next to the walking path. There were tons of them. The highlight of my trip was going through the Miraflora locks at the Panama Canal. People pay to just go stand and watch ships go through. I actually got on a ship and went through the canal.
So here I am, waiting to get on my Panama Canal tour. It's like 5:30 in the morning at the marina. Oh boy, it's gonna be outside all day long. That's our ship right there. We'll probably be going on all day. At least there's chairs. I can see there's chairs. Here at the harbor terminal, somewhere in here is a duty-free shop. Gotta check that out later. So we'll keep it posted.
Bridge over the history of Panama. This one, as it was built way back in 1962. This bridge was built on a budget of $20 million, inaugurated on October 12, 1962. This is a result of an agreement that was done in between the United States and Panama. It's not only
We're going to follow this ship through the canal, and you can see there's a tugboat on the right, which is navigating, pushing it into the lock. It's a tight fit. There's only 2 feet on each side of that ship once it gets in there.
that are going to move and they're going to come from underneath us simultaneously from the upper lock to the lower lock. Básicamente, a través de estas válvulas hidráulicas. And guess what? You have two 25
horsepower hydraulic arms moving on a gate that is 720 tons. How is that even possible? Mantener dos brazos hidráulicos de 25 caballos de fuerza moviendo esta compuerta que tiene un peso aproximado de 720 toneladas.
It's possible because it moves really slow. Obviously, I've sped this part of the video up.
Abierta desde la cintura hacia arriba, están en un proceso de flotación, lo que permite la operación de estas compuertas en 1.45 segundos. Basically, mis amigos, these gates were built with the principles of the boat. They're sealed from the waist down and they're hollow from the waist up. That allows the gates to float on the water, and that's how you could move 720 tons with a 25 horsepower hydraulic arm. Ain't that something?
What is something is that those are the original gates, original everything, the concrete walls, this is all from the original build, and it's still working perfectly today.
These smells will indicate that the gates are getting closer open. And the only reason why we want to let everyone know that the gates are closer open because the employees of Panama Canal use this as a bridge to go in between locks. Ahora, vamos a notar en el agua cómo empieza a emerger el agua desde el fondo de la cámara. Una cantidad de 100 túneles de 1,5 metros de diámetro van a empezar a abrirse de manera simultánea y el proceso de transferencia de agua desde la cámara superior a la cámara inferior va a iniciar. Casi unos 100 millones de litros de agua van a ser transferidos en aproximadamente 8 a 9. Basically, through these rising steam valves connecting underneath us that allow the two chambers, lower chamber and mid chamber, to connect themselves, and this will allow the water to move to even both levels. There it is. The water is coming from the bottom. Ahí empezó el proceso de transferencia. El agua está emergiendo desde el fondo de la cámara. Water started being transferred. Water is coming from beneath us, right underneath us, mis amigos. There it is.
Obviously, I've sped this up. It took quite a while. This is running at 400 times original speed. But as we rise, start to see another ship passing through a larger, wider canal. And then when we turn, I want you to notice how high the ship in front of us is sitting now above, the actual part of the dock where the mules are attached to it. The mules are being these tractors. There's 2 on each side, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, and they're guiding the ship through. And then you can see that larger ship coming through. In this first part of the canal, coming from the Pacific side, there are 2 canals. The original, which we are in, and one that was built a little later to accommodate broader, wider ships.
impuesto es entregado al gobierno central y se utiliza en
Now you
diferentes
can buy a ticket to go stand in that heat and watch ships go through. Let me tell you, it took a long time, and it's a crowded bandstand. I would want to be up there. I'd much rather be where I am. Totally worth the price.
Ladies and gents, the Panama Canal is making somewhere around $5.2 to $5.3 billion on a yearly basis on the Panama Canal. Out of this amount of money, 5% of it stayed within the institution and is used for payroll,
So I'm going to take you on a tour of this ship.
investment, maintenance.
If you go through this door, you got a couple of seating levels, and it's air conditioning in here, which was really nice. There's like 6 restrooms on this ship. And they fed us both breakfast and lunch during this journey. And the food wasn't bad. This is the cafeteria where they feed you. So once you're through the locks, you head into the Mia Flores lake. And is basically getting to the end of our journey here. It was a great day. It's a very interesting day. The guide was really good, explaining a lot of history, a lot of facts that you never knew before. That's it for Panama. I know we were there for a number of weeks, but because we were so ill for so long, we really didn't get to do much. We went to the grocery store, we bought food, we brought it back. Not too much touristy stuff did we get to do, unfortunately. But next, United Kingdom and Ireland, and I kind of have a feeling we're going to be a lot busier during that leg of our journey.